Hey there, friends. How's it going? Let's play some Gordon, all right? Picking up the pieces of my sweet shattered dreams. I wonder how the old folks are tonight. Her name was Anne, and I'll be damned if I recall her face. She left me not knowing what to do. Carefree highway, let me slip away on you. Carefree highway, you've seen better days, the morning after blues, from my head down to my shoes. Carefree highway, let me slip away on you. Hey there, friends. How's it going today? David Potts with Song Notes here, and today we're going to look at Carefree Highway by Gordon Lightfoot, who is gracing me right here. So, Richie, this one's going out to you. You emailed a question about this song. You sent in the song sheet you're using, which was in the key of C, and you were having trouble with that B flat chord and that F chord, and you were asking me, are there any other easier keys to play this song in? So, the short answer is yes-ish. There are going to be a couple tricky chords no matter which key you pick, but what I'm going to show you here is the key of D version, which is what Gordon himself uses, and I'm also going to show you the simplest possible way to sort of smooth the corners on some of those tricky chords, right? That F sharp, for example. I'll show you how you can avoid this bar chord altogether. You can just do this three finger version, which sounds great. And then likewise for the B minor, I'll show you a few non-barred options. I really want to make sure that you're able to get going with the song, even if some of these chords are tricky. So I'll show you a super simple strum version as well, and get you all going there. If you guys want to see the process of me changing the key in a video that I made as a bonus video for this lesson, it's over on my website. I kind of show off how I'm using this common chords in each key cheat sheet, which is brand new. This is an update to my practical music theory course. And basically, you just take whatever key the song is in that you're playing. So Richie, key of C for you. I show you how to take inventory of those chords you're using, and then you can just sort of swap to any other key. And I'll show you the process of doing that. This PDF, that separate lesson, and also my practice notes for this song are all over on my website, songnotes.net. I'll also have a link over to the song sheet that I recommend using that I found, which is a really good one. So let's get into this one and have some fun. Now this intro, let's look at this first. This is going to be a little sequence of chords you're going to use throughout this song. It's really the sort of character of the song. It happens in the chorus, the intro, and then after every chorus as well. We're going to go from this D to a C, okay, to a G. All pretty straightforward so far. Now this A section here, I have it written up as an A4. Okay, what I'm really playing is an A7, which is basically I'm not fretting the third string, so open, second, open, right? But then to get to that A4, I'm putting my pinky down, or you could use your ring finger, whatever you want, basically, on that second string, third fret, and then we're going to end up on the A. So to match what Gordon Lightfoot's playing, strum-wise, I'll keep it simple. Just do 2 strums for each measure, but we're going to let that final strum of the A major just ring out. Okay, so the intro would sound like this. Boom. Picking up. Then we go into the verse. Okay, so practice that. Regular D, regular C, regular G. And again, you could just do a regular A7 and just rock that all the way home, or you could kind of, if you can get that pinky or that ring finger in there for that third fret note in the second string, do that twice. Then go to the A or the A7, and that'll be a good way to sort of get through the intro, okay? So practice that. That's a good sort of gateway into the song, all right? So on to the verse here. Now the verse is basically one progression that's played twice. And the second time through, there's a small tweak, but we can just learn it once, and it mostly will get us all the way there. So here's how it sounds. Let me do a quick playthrough of just the first half of the verse, and I'll explain the tricks I'm using to make this simple, right? So, picking up the pieces of my sweet shattered dreams, I wonder how the old folks are tonight. Okay, so what's going on there? So I'm going from this D, played twice, to an A, played twice. I'm using this A7 voicing, which is always easier and it'll always sound good. Then we're going to the 2 tricky chords, the F sharp to the B minor. But you're going to notice that I'm not doing a full F sharp and I'm not doing a full B minor. I'm using these sort of shortcuts here, and Richie and everyone else, this is what I really want to make sure is clear to you. For F sharp, anytime F sharp is used in a key of D, it's serving as what's called a secondary dominant, right? And you can always use an F sharp 7 as well, and it's going to sort of make that chord sound even better. And here's the cool part about an F sharp 7. The trick is you can just leave the thinnest string open, and that is the flat 7 interval relative to our F sharp root note, and it's going to work perfectly for that chord. So that means that we can play an F sharp chord, an F sharp 7 technically, by doing the thinnest 4 strings only, right? 4th, 3rd, 2nd frets on the 4th string, 3rd string, and 2nd string, and then we leave the thinnest string open. Okay, so this is our F sharp, right? Again, it's an F sharp 7, but whenever we see F sharp, I recommend using this chord. Now the cool part is, going from this to a B minor is actually quite approachable. All we have to do is move these 3 fingers. This is the simplest way. You just move them all 1 string thinner each, and you strum the thinnest 3 strings. Okay, this is probably the simplest way to do it. You just got to make sure you don't accidentally strum any of the thicker strings, which can be kind of tricky. But here's another way to do it, right? Do the same F sharp I showed you, and you're going to keep your ring finger down and just put your pinky right next to it, and then move these 2 fingers over like we did before. Okay, so this is 4th, 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 3rd, 2nd. But it has the same F sharp root note as the F sharp chord we played. Whatever you do for the B minor, you want to practice going between the F sharp and the B minor, right? Take it as slow as you need to, get used to this transition, right? So those are 2 easier ways you could do things. Now, from there, it's pretty much smooth sailing. We go to a G, I wonder how, to a D, the old folks are. And then here, what we're going to do is we're going to hang out on A for 2 measures. And what sounds really good, and it captures Gordo's little vibe here, is you want to do an A sus4, suspended 4th, for the first half of that A. And the cool part is, we're coming from a D, and our finger is already on that note it needs to be on. So all we have to do is keep our ring finger down on the D, and then just move our index to the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and we play this A sus4. It's an A7 sus4. Okay, and that will do it for that first half. So here's the first half of the verse, right? Picking up the pieces of my sweet shattered dream, I wonder how the old folks are tonight. Okay, notice how, again, when I go from that, I wonder how the old folks are, when I go from this D to the A7, this note, it's gonna be consistent from the D to the A sus4, and then we resolve to that regular A7, or that regular A. It just is a nice use of the suspended 4th, right? So anyway, that's what the first half of the verse sounds like. The second half is the exact same. The D to A and F sharp to B minor. Now we just go from G to A to D. That's it. What are the words again? She left me not knowing what to do. Right? G to A, then to D. Now, when we strum this D at the end of the verse, that's actually the first strum of the chorus, okay? The chorus is going to be the same progression we learned in the intro. We're going to play it twice, okay? So D, carefree highway, C, G, let me slip away on you. And you repeat that. D to C, then to G, then to A. Okay? Now we have another little section here which is tricky because you do need the B minor, okay? But you could use either the 4-string version or you could even do the 3-string version. So B minor to A, then G to E. I say on E for 2 measures. Okay, so that middle line, with the words, it's going to sound like this, right? The morning after blues, from my head down to my shoes. Okay, and then you repeat that main progression, D. Carefree highway, let me slip away on you. That last line is the same exact thing we already learned in the intro. Okay, so again, the trickiest part about the chorus, and I'm simplifying this, right? The astute amongst you will recognize, hey, Gordon's actually doing a he's doing something more stuff there. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But the simplest version is B minor, the morning after A, from my G down to my E. Okay? And then let me just do a full playthrough of the chorus there and show you how that sounds. Okay, so from the top. So D, carefree highway, let me slip away on you. Carefree highway, you've seen better days. Morning after blues, from my head down to my shoes. Carefree highway, let me slip away on you. Then you're gonna do this same progression while your friend is soloing. And you repeat it a few times. D to C to G to A, okay? And that's all you need to play this song, all right? Now, let me show you a few additional tricks here if you want to sound a bit more like Gordon Lightfoot. And if you want to see me play all this together, both a more simple version and a more sort of complicated version I'm about to show you, over on my website, songnotes.net, you get some slow playthroughs there that you can use to study this, okay? First up in the verse. Picking up the A to F sharp, then to B minor. When he does a B minor, he's doing the next strum on an A. So he's doing basically a walk down, right? B minor, A to G. I wonder how the old folks are tonight. I'll show it again to you here. Her name was Anne, and I'll be damned if I recall her face. She left me not knowing what to do. So simplest way to do it is you do your simple B minor, and then you can just bar the second fret for the A, right? Another way that I've seen some folks teach this is to do a B and then a B with an A bass note. That would sound like this, right? Picking up the pieces of my sweet shattered dream. I wonder how the old folks are tonight. I'll show it to you one more time. Her name was Anne, and I'll be damned if I recall her face. I don't really like this one though, doing it like that, because it kind of forces you to do a bass note strum twice. I guess you could kind of, but the bass notes don't really seem to be a part of this song's style, so I don't like doing that. But I'm showing you both versions. You could just do a B minor to an A, which is what I have on my secret stash arrangement, page 5 of my PDF. You could do that, or you could do, okay, up to you there. But let me show you this chorus part, because this is where more of the Gordon Lightfoot magic happens. One is the morning after blues, from my head down to my shoes. So it's the same B minor to A, and then here G to a D over F sharp for one strum. Then you go to an E, and you're going to bring in this E suspended fourth, E sus4. And you're going to kind of sort of mix up the strumming there a little bit. So that whole thing in context would be the morning after blues, from my head down to my shoes. Carefree highway, let me slip away. Okay, so that's the only other thing you could do to sound like Gordon. From a strumming standpoint, if you want to spice things up, what you could do is a down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. Picking up the pieces of my sweet shattered dreams. I wonder how the old folks are tonight. Her name was Anne, and I'll be damned if I recall her face. She left me not knowing what to do. Okay, so that's what that complicated strum will sound like. The only other cool little thing I have mapped out here in my secret stash version is to do this sort of voicing of when we go to the G in the intro. What you can do is put your pinky down on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. So what this does is, if you look at the thinnest note I have tabbed out here in my secret stash version, you notice that it goes down. Right? that's a little thing you can do to bring in a bit of voice leading there to those chords. So if you want to see a full playthrough of my Secret Stash version with that strumming, and a full playthrough of the Campfire strum version with just a simple strum twice for each measure, those are on my website for you to watch, and you can follow along, zoomed in and all that sort of thing. But yeah, that'll do it for this lesson, y'all. Carefree Highway by Gordon Lightfoot. Richie, I hope this is helpful for you. Everyone else, I hope so as well. Again, if you all want to get this common chords in each key cheat sheet, if you want to watch the video of how I change the key to this one, if you want to get my practice notes for this one with strumming and chord guides and everything, it's all over on my website. And again, I have a link over to the song sheet I recommend if you want to follow along with the lyrics and chords. Okay, so thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. And until then, my friends, take care and be well. Bye-bye.